Hey y'all, this is Toya. You tuned in to Healthy Talks and Walks with Toyas, where we are generational curse breakers that are growing in the uncomfortable. So today I wanted to talk to you guys about being kind to yourself and being a good friend to you. So we always hear this saying that we are our own worst critic, right? But what if we decided not to be our own worst critic and to be our best friend? Right? Be our own self best friend. So the way I think about it is, if a friend call you and say, hey, I messed up this, or this isn't going right, and things like that, right? What do? We normally try to comfort them. We normally point out all of the good things and all of that stuff about their character, about who they are. What happens? How much will our life improve if we did that to ourselves? How much do you think that you would actually progress further if you actually just took a moment to give yourself that same comfort that you would give a friend? On this journey to healing and on just a journey to anywhere, I always think about the idea that a lot of the time some people aren't kind, right? And I'm a firm believer that you cannot give what you don't have. If you haven't been being kind to you, if you haven't been being a friend to yourself, if you've been your own worst critic, then what do you think you're going to offer the world? What do you think you're going to offer your relationship? That goes from marriages, friendships, on your job, and even when you're thinking about being in business. All of that stuff plays in there. You cannot just all of a sudden get kindness and get this and that from anywhere. It has to first start within yourself. And so I just want to encourage you guys to be your own best friend. Some points to consider. I wrote down here some notes. Is when you are going through moments where it's like you feel like something is a failure, right? You reflect on the failures, but you write down the lessons, right? So you say, okay, well, this isn't really working out, or it has not worked out yet. Instead of sitting there just beating yourself up, or I would say ruminating or magnifying the things that aren't going right. What lessons have you learned? You're going to get a lot further when you start thinking about the lessons instead of what didn't work, right? Because what we feed will grow. The next thing is, give yourself space to mourn. Give yourself space to mourn and grieve without being hard on yourself. A lot of the times, especially as ladies, we always, especially these days, about being strong and all of these things. We always want to be strong, but give yourself that time to just say, hey man, like, this is hard. This is heavy. If you feel like crying, go ahead and cry. It's okay. Go and cry, find you a space, a safe space to do that with a therapist, with a trusted friend. If you at work, go in the bathroom, get yourself together, go on and let them tears out, pat yourself on the face, and then you get back at it. So I just want to encourage you guys, be kind to yourself, be your best friend. You do not have to be your worst critic. You can pick yourself up, you can encourage yourself, because we cannot give what we don't have. And if we don't have kindness to give ourselves, we will not have it to give to the world, to the people that are around us. All right, this is Toya, and we are generational curse breakers that are growing in the uncomfortable.